All right, run out of daylight. I'm trying to get some stuff done. I know it looks way brighter outside than it is, but see, all my lights are on that turn on when it gets dark. Anyways, I'm working on this. Camera turned around. There we go. Got the camera turned around. The box van. It is up on the big stands, so I've got way more room than necessary to do the transmission drop out. But we're gonna start working on this. I'm gonna get the drive line out and disconnect the shift linkage and stuff. Gonna get these leaves all cleaned up out of the way first, and I throw some old living room carpet down there to lay on instead of the wet pavement. But yeah, well, and then of course we got the, if I can push the button long enough, the inside of the van. We'll have you know, it's a cool thing about vans, it's really dark in here. Anyways, can't really see, but right here in the dark, right here where my finger's pointed, is where we got the top bell housing bolts. So that'll make it a little, that'll be nicer to get the for getting the transmission out. So I've never done one out of a van. This will be the first. Might not be the last, but definitely the first, because I've got that motorhome too. I kind of want to put an overdrive transmission in it, but it's a big block, and they didn't make overdrive transmissions behind the big blocks. But you can get a, I don't remember what they call it or whatever, but it's like a aftermarket bell housing they use in drag racing and stuff applications. You can bolt up all kinds of different transmissions with it, but basically you just take and cut the bell housing off the front of the aluminum transmission, and it bolts on with the bolts that hold the pump in the front of the transmission. So I can get one of those for a big block and cut the bell housing off of a, whatever they call it, A518 or whatever, the 3-speed with the overdrive transmission. So I'm thinking about doing that to the motorhome, because that would be nice. It's geared a little bit low, so it kind of winding out to do 60, 65 on the freeway. And if I had another gear, it would help with the fuel economy on the longer trips. But not that I've used it for long trips, but it does have a 440 in it with a 4-barrel, so it doesn't do terrible, as bad as I think it would. But yeah, for right now we're focusing on this. I need to get that transmission out, and I got all the stuff to refresh it, new clutches, new seals, new gaskets, and try to get some video of that all blown apart on the, probably on the shop floor, because that's where you want to rebuild your automatic transmissions, is on the ground. And I'll try to get some video of that, and we'll piece together a video here of getting this thing fixed, hopefully. Because you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just do stuff. I've done a few automatics, but so far they've all worked. So hopefully this will be the next one that works. But it'll be super helpful to have this thing up and going. I'd like to get some miles on it before we move. We're about 6 weeks, five to 6 weeks out from closing on the new property, or closing on selling my current property, and then I have to go through and do all the paperwork to buy the new place. But this van will be super handy for moving everything that's in my sheds, because it's not a big one, but there's plenty of room there. I can get a lot of stuff in there, so it'll just help with not having to box everything. And then if it's raining or whatever, I can just pile stuff in here, shut the door, drive out to the new property, unload it into the house that's there currently, and worry about getting everything organized after we get the big move out to the new property. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get to work on this, and we'll get a couple videos filmed messing with stuff on here, and we'll get her done. Okay, we're under the van. I'm getting ready to do some disassembly here. I don't have a, actually, you know what, I think my tripod does get short enough. Maybe I'll try to set that up. I don't know about tonight, because the lighting is obviously, well, it's just not going to be good under here no matter what. It's actually probably better at night with this, because I don't have any glare in the background. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to pull this pan loose and drain the fluid out of it, so it's not all coming out of my tail shaft once I pull this out and I start messing with dropping this thing out. But right now we're going to get the old I don't know what you want to call it. It's a drive line. Some people have other names for it. Prop shaft, whatever. It goes back there. Connects to, you know, the big differential because it's a 1-ton. For hauling all the junk around that I don't need. We're going to unhook. We got the speedometer cable, we got transmission cooler lines, shift linkage. Got to pull the starter motor out right there. Get that out. And then got to get the torque converter bolts. They're inside the bell housing. As you can see, my exhaust comes under here. It goes right underneath the bell housing in front of the pan there. So that's going to be the biggest struggle. I'm going to have one of my floor jacks with some blocks of wood to hold underneath the oil pan and help support the engine, which hopefully I'm hoping the motor mounts are not going to fall out of this thing, but they seem to be okay. But you know, until you take the weight off, you can't really tell. I'm thinking I'm going to get this hoop out of here, this guy, the transmission tail shaft mount out of the way, and then I will drop this whole thing down, kind of tilt it, which obviously I got my exhaust here. I'll probably have to pull my hanger off here, and then got my tailpipe hanger right there. Get those pulled off or unbolt them, and allow this whole drivetrain to tilt down, so that way when I unbolt the bell housing, I can slide the transmission back away to clear that exhaust pipe. And because there's only a little bit of a hump in the floor above the bell housing, so I'm not going to be able to go, I don't think I'm going to be able to go all the way back without tilting the whole thing down. It's going to bind up between the floor and this exhaust pipe. So hopefully I can just do that, tilt it back a little, the whole thing, engine and everything, and it'll allow me the room on the top there to slide this thing out, and then we get to take it apart, put new clutches in it. How exciting. Here's our nice waterfall of dirty transmission fluid. Oh, the whole pan just dropped. I'm making a mess. Well, now I'm catching it. It's trying to make a mess, so that was brand new fluid. Kind of wish I would have just rebuilt the transmission to begin with. I figured it was probably bad, but at least now I've run all that new fluid in there and it's gone through everything, and it washed all the old gunky fluid out. As I can see the coloring in it. It's not terrible, but it's not clean. Let's see what color is it. Yeah, that's not bright. I mean, you've got a lot of red to it, but in person it's pretty brown-ish, and it literally has like a mile on it from driving it around the block and back and forth from my house to the shop. So it just cleaned the transmission for me. So once I get everything out, I won't have as much to clean. All right, well, I didn't get any video of pulling the transmission out of the van, but it's out. It's in pieces. The clutches aren't toast like I thought they would probably be because of the color of the fluid and what it looked like before when I pulled, when I did the shift kit in it and stuff. But so yeah, it was raining and I was trying to not drop a transmission on me, so I didn't get any video. But anyways, this is just to close out some video that I did take under the van, and give you an update of what I found. Is it looks like all the bushings are extremely worn. The clutches look pretty good. If I was at my shop, I'd just video that and tell you guys, and show you. But I'm not. I'm at home. You can tell I'm in my living room. So, but just wanted to get an ending to the couple videos I did have, so I could post something for you guys this week, and hopefully maybe next weekend, or maybe I don't know if it's Thanksgiving holiday this week, so been busy doing other stuff. Been out at my buddy's house doing work on the tractor, doing some mowing and stuff, moving some dirt around the barn for his mother-in-law and stuff. She hired me to do some work, and I guess I could give a little bit of just a little bit of an update. It's nothing's in writing quite yet, but it sounds like I'm on track to be closing here in a few weeks. Like I've been saying, it's coming soon, few more weeks, whatever. So we're about 2-ish weeks out. And I'll be signing papers hopefully right before that. And we'll be getting ready to do the big move. That's going to be a lot going on. I'll try to get videos for that and stuff. Hopefully I can get this van transmission finished, because it will be a very useful tool. So I'll try to get some video. Hopefully the next couple weekends I'm able to, actually I think I really only have like 1 weekend left, and some afternoons I might be able to squeeze in after work. But I'm gonna hopefully try to get this transmission buttoned back up and get it back in there. Hopefully I'll try to do a little bit of videoing of that. Hopefully the weather will be a little nicer, so I don't have to worry about my phone getting soaked, because that's what I use to make my videos. So that way you guys can kind of see me, you know. I'll video it in pieces on the floor, and I'll try to get video of putting it back in, and then you know, the test drive. So hopefully the extremely worn bushings are the problem. Going through my transmission book, it was either the clutches were bad, the drums, the kickdown bands were bad, or it's a hydraulic pressure issue. And with everything that I've inspected, it's going to be a pressure issue, it looks like, because the bands are good, everything was adjusted, and the clutches are good. So anyways, that's this will continue the van transmission stuff later, and see you guys around for the next one.